Hey guys, good morning. This is Jason Salyer, and this is Shania, and I'm going to have her tell you a little bit about herself.
Hey, my name is Shania, and we're in Seven Springs Farm, Green Mountain, North Carolina, and I want to show you the animals.
Yeah, we're going to take us on a little tour.
This is Nutty. This is actually the father of all of our goats. He's a Nigerian dwarf.
And he's the nicest
The
goat ever.
sweetest Billy goat you will ever meet. Come on, Nutty. Mila, give him space. Come on, Mila. Come on, give him space. Nutty.
Is he stretching?
Yes.
Come on, Nutty.
Oh man.
He's tired.
Baby.
What a day.
Come on. You have to carry Nutty in.
Yeah.
That's usually Eric's job.
Yeah, Nutty and I bonded last night. He refused to go in here into his pen, so I had to carry him in.
And he smells so
And
good.
He smells so good.
Well, the days that he freshly pees on his beard.
Yes. That's the best.
Yeah.
Jay, I wish you'd do that.
Yeah.
I like to pee in my beard from time to time, you know, just to get the aroma out there. Mark my turf.
We've got some organic goat pellets. This alfalfa. Just for some extra nutrients. Some chicken food. Right there. I'm trying not to give him
Trying to
any.
slim down.
Yeah. Otherwise the ladies won't like him.
Oh.
Okay, Nutty, I'll just take a bite. Just one bite. Okay, there.
So what is kind of the goal here? What's your plan? The big picture.
The big picture. So we have 18 acres. About, say, at least a half is wooded. Eventually, you know, all my kids are building houses on the property. Maybe form a little bit of a community and also just grow everything ourselves. We could plant up to 10,000 fruit trees in the wooded area as, like, you know, using regenerative agriculture techniques. You know, goat's milk, eggs, meat.
Yeah. So this is kind of the starting of the operation. Kind of just getting
The
rolling.
starting.
Yeah, the beginning of the operation.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
And it's a little ghetto, as you can tell. I mean, like,
Ghetto fabulous.
ghetto fabulous, like the door of our pig area.
Yeah.
We weren't fully ready for pigs, but they're amazing. These are coonies. Oh, that is for them, and they're going to be very happy. This is Greta and Tina. I also have some pellets for them in my pocket and an apple.
We got some goodies. We got some goodies.
Different animal feed in different pockets. I generally will end up with pellets in my bed because I'll like fall asleep in the clothes that I was wearing. So who do we have here? We have, this is Nora, Tabby, Juniper, Jade, and these two don't have names yet.
Babies. Hey, babies. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
There's always a pet
And then
corner.
we've got Alfredo and his two ladies.
Alfredo.
And I think these babies are starting to eat now. Look at that.
How old are these babies?
They were born on June 1st.
Okay.
Yeah.
About a month.
Yeah, and this is Tabitha. This is their mom, and she has no beard left because her babies ate them off.
Oh wow, yeah. Morning. Good morning.
She was ready. This
Hey, top of the morning here.
is definitely the best mom on the farm. This lady, this chicken lady with her babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the goal is just to be kind of self-sustaining,
Yeah.
and you're opening up a restaurant. You did open up a restaurant.
Yep. Last night, grand
That's cool.
opening.
Yeah.
I've got, so one of my daughters studied permaculture in Costa Rica, and then I have two son-in-laws who studied permaculture in Australia. This is one of them.
This
This
is
is
one of
Eric. Yeah. Yeah. So we all have our own strengths, you know.
Yeah.
And so we're just working together.
Yeah. What about your background? Like, what is
So
your
my background is holistic nutrition and So as my actual job, I formulate nutritional supplements for a superfood company.
Okay.
So I use a lot of herbs and adaptogens and medicinal mushrooms.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So
so
this
I'm
is your actual job. That's just what you do to make this
That's
happen,
what
right?
I do to make
Yeah.
this happen. This is another one of those gates that needs some work.
Yeah.
I guess this is how startup farms work that aren't, heavily funded.
Yeah. I would imagine so, right?
You just have to
You
be
just fix
functional.
one problem at a time.
Yep.
And then the temporary solution that works ends up being permanent. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Okay, so come on.
Around here.
This one had a problematic birth and almost died.
Eric, I heard you had to do some emergency procedures on the baby goat.
You want to tell us about it?
We didn't have anything to unplug the nose,
Yeah.
so we had to kind of
Oh,
that, pull her out, and that was it. Mama did
Well,
was that it?
he's being modest. Yeah.
So
Well,
you
and-
sucked some placenta out of a nose?
Yeah.
Real tasty.
And then this one was stuck. And so if we had not been up there and if Eric hadn't done the delivery,
Mama might have died too, huh?
the mom, him, and his sister.
Yeah.
I love this one. This is a little
Tasty.
boy. He doesn't have a name yet because I've already committed him to our friends,
Yeah?
but I'm really sad about it.
Oh. That is adorable. You're adorable. And how many goats do you milk
Well,
on the regular?
on the regular, usually two.
Two.
So Tabby, that white one right there, with her two little babies, is the most gentle, sweet goat, and she's the easiest to milk because she lets us. Inca is terrible. She kicks you like crazy. She's the one who's not nursing her babies. So she,
That's explains a lot.
Mama, the big black one, has the most milk, and Nora has a lot of milk too. But Mama already has 3 babies that she's nursing, and she's a really good mom. So I'm trying not to take a bunch of her milk right
I
now.
see.
Yeah. Be back with your bottle, okay? Okay? Yeah.
Distracted. The pigtail chewing.
Chrissy, did
Chrissy.
you get it?
Close. So with all these all the goats, are these going to be meat goats / milk goats? What's the plan?
Well, for us, they're all going to be milk goats. The pigs will be meat pigs
Meat pigs,
eventually.
Their babies or them?
Probably their babies.
Their babies.
Well, I don't know yet. We're going to mate them in January, probably sell some of the babies. See how it goes. I'm really attached to the goats, though. We do have 5 males, so that little one right there, Inca's boy, is going to go to our friends, and he's going to be their new billy goat. And he's going to be in great hands. Goats can get, the male goats, especially the wethers, can have urinary calculi, and it's really painful for them. And I have a remedy for that. It's a slow cook of apple cider vinegar, lime, garlic, and the purple onion. And you slow cook it, just put it in a syringe. It works instantly. It's amazing.
Really?
And also, if they're ever sick, Nutty was so sick at one point, I really thought we were going to lose him. He couldn't even get up. He had no energy, and he had just diarrhea all over his butt. I gave him that concoction, but I added a little bit of oil of oregano to it and some 5 Defenders mushroom blends with turkey tail and reishi and chaga and astragalus. And I gave it to him in one dose. He was hopping
Back in
around.
action?
It was amazing. So anytime one of the goats don't feel well, I give him that concoction, whether it's, something they ate or whether it's, urinary calculi. It's pretty amazing. So as of now, I haven't done any vaccinations. I do have some herbal dewormer. I couldn't give it to the moms when they were pregnant. So probably in another month when they're not nursing so much, I'll probably give it to them.
Gotcha. It's kind of a farm to table sort of deal, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
your goal is to produce most of the food that goes to the restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yep, and same with my tea blends. I do a lot of tea blends. I have an immune, a wellness, a sleep, a gut one, a liver one, a nourish one. So within reason, I know we can't grow all of the herbs that I would need for
Right.
the tea blends here.
Not
but-
everything's going to grow here in North Carolina, right?
But I am,
Yeah.
but I am trying to get a greenhouse grant.
Oh, yeah.
They give out grants, so I have to fill out the application every fall.
To have a greenhouse?
Like a special use greenhouse. You just have to tell them what you want to use it for and be like just kind of innovative and creative, and then you can win 6,000.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the greenhouse.
Yeah. That's really cool. I didn't realize such a thing existed.
Yeah, and I also got a grant, which I'm getting ready to start on today. It's through the USDA Soil and Water Department. And what they do is they don't want any animals in the creek, and we have a creek going through this pasture. So I got the grant. What they're going to do is we get new fencing around both pastures because we have a pasture in the very back that we're not using yet. If we're going to get new fencing around both, we're going to get a well. We're going to get big animal feeding stations in each pasture, and we're going to get to use an excavator. And,
Wow. So basically, all they want is you to keep animals out of the water flowing. And so they're going to give you some funding to help make that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take a picture of that, actually. That'd be a good thumbnail for the video.
And I can show you that. That's something we have to do.
Yeah. Be eaten alive.
I told you, man, it's good they don't have canines.
Yeah.
It's an amazing guy.
So this water comes from their spring that's up the side of that mountain right there. Just flowing down, freely flowing all day.
Hey, look at that belly.
So chunky. Oh, man.
Crazy eyes.
How do you not? If you don't find this adorable, there's something wrong with you. So this is Eric, and you are Shania's son-in-law, correct?
Yes, I am. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that's it. Shania's son-in-law, and you're living on the property now?
Yes, I am.
Awesome, and your job is to manage all of this?
Yeah, people to animal interactions, interrelations.
Interrelations.
That's my.
That's your specialty?
That's my.
That's
specialty,
cool.
man.
Awesome. And you studied permaculture?
I did. I
Yeah.
did over in Australia with my teacher was Jeff Lawton.
Uh-huh.
So went over there. Actually, the other of Shania's brother-in-law. That's where we met,
Okay.
doing a permaculture
Oh, very cool.
apprenticeship over
Awesome.
in Australia. Yeah. So we all decided to get together and make the family farm work.
That's it. And you're from, are you from Mexico City?
Yes, sir.
Mexico City. Got it. Very cool. And you did you farm there as well?
My pops and I had a coffee farm
Yeah.
in the mountains, so we were doing that for a bit. Then I met Ali, and here I am.
And here
North
you are,
Carolina.
North Kakalaki.
North Carolina. Yes, sir.
That's funny. Tell us about your pigs. They're your
pigs.
favorite.
My pigs are my
Where are
favorite. They're right here. Ven, gorda.
Oh, they love you.
Hi, sweetie. Hi, sweetie.
Why do you like the pigs so much?
I think if just like every farm animal, they're all tools in your toolbox, and I really like them because of their brain capacity.
Yeah?
If you train them well, you don't have to be running around. They don't have to be giving you grief.
They just take care of themselves and do their
Yeah,
thing?
they till. They keep snakes away. You can use them for ponds. Especially, they make us not feel bad about all of our waste, which is nice.
Yeah, all the
Yeah.
food scraps?
Yep.
Because you're just going to give it to them, right?
Yeah, that's the
They
idea.
loved the chili this morning.
Yes, they did, huh?
It was cold, but they didn't mind. They
Oh,
didn't
no,
complain
they-
even a little.
I bet they didn't, huh?
And this one's eating the blonde locks you got going on up there.
She helps me with my
Grooming,
with my hairstyle.
grooming
yeah.
maintenance.
Yep. Yep.
That's real nice.
thing in particular, I'd like it if it could be an example site.
Oh, sorry.
There's a little guy over there, huh?
I was filming and
It jumped off this rock.
We got flying goats in the farm.
Yeah, super flying ninja goats.
yeah, it did. It literally flew,
It
on
flew
my back.
off the rock onto her back. I'm sorry, what were you saying? I apologize.
No, that's all right. Flying goats, you know.
Yeah, it's very distracting. So what's your goal? What's your plan?
My plan would be if I could get some good old timers up here and get them interested in farming without the use of pesticides, and maybe get people excited about learning between the interactions of minerals, microorganisms, and organic matter, and how to change from being fully dependent on chemical inputs to just, you know, growing your soil wealth to get, you know, nutritious animals and food. So that's my take.
Yeah,
That's what I would like to see happen.
that's kind of your thing.
Yeah, that's what I would really like to see happen. Because it's in this state, they use a lot of chemical.
Yeah.
You know, it's the
All
way
the
they've done
farms,
it.
right.
Yeah, it's the way they've done it. So it'd be nice to break into that culture a little bit.
Good luck.
Thank you.
That'll be tough, right?
Yeah, like Mexico.
People are
same.
stuck in their ways sometimes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well, and people always want to take the easy route, you know?
And
The
if
easy
grandma
route is
did
just
it-
to throw a bag of whatever out on the
And
thing.
why not? You know,
yeah.
people like living in sin. If grandma did it,
Yeah.
and grandpapa did it,
Yeah.
so why am I not gonna do it?
Why would I not do it that way?
Exactly. So you just gotta show her you can be even lazier.
And let it do itself.
Lucky, we'll call him.
Lucky's a good name for that one. Survivor. Yeah. Come from the land and the ice and the snow. What is that song? Dang it. Ah.
Are you using Shrek?
Yeah. oh. Yeah, I know. Video.
So has it been pretty tough kind of managing all this stuff getting going? Because you're still working.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely been harder than I ever anticipated, but it's so amazing and rewarding. It's funny because my youngest turned 19 and I could be totally free now, and now I've like tied myself
You've
down.
adopted some
Yeah.
babies. Yeah, a lot of babies.
Wait, you guys say something for your brother. It was a bathtub that was being used by our little cabin, and then somebody started a fire under it without water in it, so it damaged the tub. So we turned it into a worm bin.
Now it's composty worms.
Yeah. Here's some. Isn't it? There's some.
Growing some worms.
So this here is another house site. Avery and Felicia are gonna build right there.
Okay. So that's going to be their little homestead.
Yep.
It's a nice spot.
What is their plan for it? Do you know?
I don't know yet.
they're gonna-
Felipe has a plan.
I'm sure he
Yeah.
does. He seems like a pretty crafty guy.
He is.
That's so Felipe we're talking about is another son-in-law of his.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have 2 daughters and 2 son-in-laws here, and one day I'll get my son.
And they're both super handy.
over here.
And like you did good. They seem like good dudes. You
Yeah.
lucked out on that one.
Yeah, Eric is more on the animal side, and Felipe is more on the building side, but they both know a lot about permaculture.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, everybody's working regular jobs too, so it's hard to get we get as much done as we can.
Yeah.
That big chicken coop, we had it over here, because I was like, all right, chickens are gonna have their own pasture. They'll live with Nutty for now, and we moved it here, and the first day we lost 14 chickens.
Wow. From what?
A fox.
Really? Just took them all out.
Yeah, so then they kept wanting to go back. So we let them go back, and then I had a tractor come, drag the whole coop back over there, because I was like, I give up,
Yeah.
And then a couple days after that, Alfredo the duck was out here getting eaten by a fox. And one of our volunteers was walking back here to go to the bathroom. So the fox dropped Alfredo and ran.
Oh wow.
And
saved the day.
And Alfredo ran up to her. He was just bloody. His neck was hanging down. We just put colloidal silver and some salt spray on him, and he lived.
Yeah. That's crazy. Now he's doing great.
And now he's thriving with his ladies.
Yeah.
He's all sassy and
Yeah.
picking on the little brown dog. Here's our reservoir. So it's 500 gallon. 2 weeks after we moved here, our spring to the house rerouted itself.
Oh, wow.
We had no water. And it was just me and the girls at that time.
Yeah.
And so we were drinking out of the creek for about a week.
Yeah.
Just filtering creek water. And then I had to learn how to set up a spring system. So
Yeah.
I'll show
It sounds like you got it figured out. I
Yes.
hear it flowing.
We have a lot of water. Right now this has 2 lines going out of it. One goes like 600 feet down to the main house reservoir, because we have a reservoir at the main house.
Mm-hmm.
The other line stops at a green barn, and then from there it goes to the tiny home.
Okay.
So this is the water that the goats and the chickens and the pigs are
Got it.
drinking. I was on the top of the ridge, like right over there,
Yeah.
the very top. And I just had Milo and Mila and the 2 cats, Geraldine and Tomas.
The cats were following you too?
Yeah. And the dogs ran down into there to chase something. So I was just up at the top with the cats. All of a sudden, they chased a bear to me.
Oh, nice. Good dogs.
So the biggest sound I have ever heard running right to me.
Yeah.
And I have never run so fast out the rest of the trail by myself.
But
I know I didn't need to run.
Yeah, no, you know what they say, like people always say, never run from
Yeah.
a bear, like all that kind of stuff. Okay, yeah, don't run from the bear, but if the bear's running straight at you,
Yeah,
what do you
I
do?
was so scared.
What do you do? Yeah.
And
the fight or flight kicks in and you do what
totally. It's amazing that survival.
you do. Yeah. You can't stop it.
Yeah. I'll show you the top of the spring head. And then where's the spring back there? We'll go to the spring head.
So this is the source of the water, the spring head. Comes out of the ground right here underneath this big giant rock. And that is what supplies the drinking water for all the animals. And the house?
And the house, yeah.
And the house.
Yeah, and then the white one is obviously overflow.
Yeah. Very cool. And the ridge is right here. So basically there's not going to be any contaminants coming into this because you're at the top. Yeah. Which is perfect. Look at this barbed wire in the middle of this tree, this giant big tree. How old is that barbed wire to be in the middle of that massive tree? Here's a pretty sweet little hot tub. Build a little fire underneath the tub. A little bit of spring water from the spring. This spring comes from up there, I suppose. Turn on the water, fill up tub, start a little fire, and you're living large. Put your little drinks right there. Carlos's cabin here. You can currently stay in with the hillbilly hot tubs right behind it, right next to the animals. You can stay in this thing for $65 a night. It's not bad. It's got power. It's got running water. Little fire pit. It's a nice little spot. Hey, buddy. Oh, yeah, Nutty.
Reminds me of a little donkey.
Nutty he kind of does. Nutty is the nicest goat. He just loves attention. He's starved for loving.
But he smells so bad.
You don't smell bad. You smell great. Yes, you do. You're so good.
Doesn't keep me from petting him though.
He's so good. He's just so happy.
There on the door, we're thinking probably of putting a property sign on both sides of the door.
Do you want a double shot or triple shot?
Can you double shot?
Yeah.
Aloha.
Oh, it's a busy morning here. Hello there.
Good morning.
Mahalo.
Mahalo for your time. How's it? Shoot, but I'll take the kind and the coffee.
The what?
Speaking, I thought we were going pigeon.
Oh.
Hawaiian pigeon. Yeah, I heard it's BYOC, bring your own cup.
Yeah.
I'll take some coffee, please.
Fill her up.
Yeah, fill her up.
I'll take the premium.
Americano?
Yeah, I'll take an Americano, 4 shots. I'm real tired. I've been driving all night trying to find a place to get coffee.
Driving from Hawaii.
From Hawaii. I drove
Here all night from Hawaii.
all night from Hawaii, which is weird because it's a big body of water.
But somehow you made it happen.
But made it happen on a boat
Winner
and a
side
semi
of the
truck.
So this is our farm cafe / farm store, and I've always dreamt about having my own little cafe and little shop. And I thought that, you know, now that we're on this farm, we have this beautiful property, everything is in the back. We had this amazing building right in the front on the road, and so we just converted this. This was all just rocks, and it was falling down.
Just a shed, right?
It was just a shed, yeah. And yeah, we just built it out with wood we got down the road from a sawmill, and
Leftovers.
yeah, last night had our grand opening, and our idea here is to only sell local products or products that we produce here ourselves.
Right.
Really passionate about teas and herbs, because I believe that our bodies have this innate ability to heal when given the right nutrients, and herbs have all these amazing constituents that can, you know, balance our body, support immunity, support liver function, energy. So these are a couple of my blends that we will make here for customers. This right here is immune blend. So what it is olive leaf, echinacea, hibiscus, and ginger, and then you see some calendula in there as well. This one I generally make iced. I think it tastes amazing iced. This one right here, Be Well, is my favorite one. It has tulsi in it. It also has calendula, ginger, peppermint, and licorice root.
How do you create the recipes? Is it just kind of by taste and need and for the ingredients, like what each?
It's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it has to taste good.
Yeah.
And also just based on what type of pain point I'm trying to solve. This is rooibos, this is plain guayusa, we have green, we have peppermint. You know, if somebody wants to just come in and order a plain green tea or an iced tea.
Yeah.
then
Will you
we'll do that.
sell jars of the stuff too as well?
Not yet.
Okay. Just by order kind of deal.
Yeah, maybe in the future. As a career, right now, the career that I have that supports my farm, I am the R&D manager for Organifi, so I formulate all the supplements, whether it's, we do a lot of superfood powders, we also do capsules, so I work with adaptogenic herbs, a lot of Chinese and Ayurvedic herbs, medicinal mushrooms, and then different superfoods and powders. And I do all the formulations. I also consult with a couple companies on the side, and do some formulation work on the side. Yeah, my background, when I was in undergrad, I planned to go to med school, and I always wanted to wear that white coat. I always felt like that was the only way I was gonna feel important, you know? Mm-hmm. And I got pregnant with my first son my junior year of undergrad, so that kind of changed my life. And I spent about the first 3 years of motherhood just like beating myself up because I, you know, wanted to be something, but I wanted to be a mom, you know, but I felt like I needed to be something else, you know. So eventually I started studying holistic nutrition and herbology, and I got a master's in holistic nutrition, and I became so passionate and was so thankful that my life actually took me down that path instead of the traditional, you know, med school, because I've truly been able to heal people that I would have never been able to heal if I,
It's cool how one small decision kind of redirects your entire life and everyone around you, right?
Totally, yeah. And when I was, after I had my youngest, I just turned 27, I came down with a really bad autoimmune disease called idiopathic thrombocytopenia purpura. ITP.
Say that
10 times fast. Holy crap.
And I had no platelets, and it was actually a side effect of taking Zithromax. So that was the last time I've taken an antibiotic. I had blood coming out of my tongue, my nose. I had bruises all over my body, and I had no platelets. And you're supposed to have, between 150 and 375, 400,000 platelets. So it was really scary. The hematologist basically said the only chance of healing myself would be to get a splenectomy. And then he said you'd have to be on antibiotics for the rest of your life. So I was terrified. I made a decision to leave the hospital, and I got on a massive regimen of Chinese and Ayurvedic herbs. And within 2 weeks, my platelets went up to 100,000.
Wow.
And then I added more. I was probably taking like 25, 30 different herbs. And then within the next 2 weeks, they were back to 275,000.
And you were sold at that point. Yeah.
It changed my life. How's it taste?
It's so good.
All the pro skaters are going to be drinking that pretty
I
soon.
know, right?
Yeah. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And then how can they find you? Where are you? Where are we right now?
We are at Seven Springs Farm in Green Mountain, North Carolina.
Seven Springs Farm, Green Mountain, North Carolina. Can they do the Google and find you? Is that a thing yet?
Yes, it will be.
It will be soon.
And we also
Okay.
have an Instagram, 7_Springs Farm.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you very much for the tour.
Yeah,
Thanks for doing the video.
coming. This was fun.
Yeah, awesome.
The great coffee.
Yeah, the
That-
coffee
that
was
is
amazing.
amazing.
This place is great. Come check it out if you're in the neighborhood. Stay at the little cabin. That thing's awesome too. Come down
Tiny
here.
home
Yeah.
on a farm.
Yeah, it's
Green
perfect.
Mountain, North Carolina.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thanks guys. See ya.
Thanks.